Good morning, everyone. Myself Nagarajan, I'm a product manager of Vembu BDR suite, and I welcome you all for the presentation and the demo of Vembu BDR suite, the free edition. Still I see there are a lot of attendees are joining, so we can give them another couple of minutes to join. Then we are good to go with the presentation. And thanks for joining the session. Once again, good morning, everyone. I see there are a lot of attendees that turned out to the demo session. Thanks everyone. It's right now. It's 9:31. It's right now the time, so we can actually start the demo, start the session. So, guys. Again, as I would like to explain the thumb rule of this webinar session. So, guys, you will be all in the listen-only mode. So, in case if you would like to ask any question, so you have the chat section, or you can ask question. So, one of my colleague will respond to you. Say, in case if he is getting a lot of questions, so your questions will be answered. End of the session, or we will email you the answers to you. So in case if you would like to know anything in between during the session, you can ask a question right away. So, and again, we can start the session. So today we are going to talk about the data protection which Vembu is offering. Okay, so you know that Vembu is offering backup solution for past 12 years, and also, I would like to give a brief to the new attendees. So I see there are the new attendees are joining today's webinar. So I thought of give a brief introduction about Vembu. So Vembu Technologies founded in year 2002. So we've been doing this business for past more than 12 years. So we're actually not we are not a newbie in this business. Okay, and we have more than 60,000 businesses using our software and reached more than 100 plus countries. So. And when we talk about this backup solution, you know that Vembu is offering a backup solution to small, mid-size, and enterprise customers. And we offering we are offering a backup solution with affordable pricing. Okay, still we see there are a lot of businesses still not having a sophisticated backup software. Because of their tight IT budget. Okay, so again, that's why we thought of coming up with a free version. So again, it should be a usable free version. It's not like a free version where you cannot use it anymore. Okay, so this is a free version. You can actually use it in your data center, and you can back up your data. So it's a complete free version. So let us discuss that later. Okay, before that, why we came to this decision, why we thought of offering a free version to every businesses. See, we actually ran into some analysis, and we found that 2 out of 3 businesses actually not having a disaster recovery plan, which means they're not having a sophisticated backup software. See, there are still a lot of ways to back up your data. So where you could take a copy of your data and put it on a disk, and you can just keep it at your home. Okay, there are, and you can actually copy the data and put it in a flash drive, and you keep it, and you can actually copy some data and put it on a cloud. It may be public or private cloud. So it's kind of a copy process where you have the data available when you face any issue. Also, there is other ways, like you can create snapshots on the hypervisors. So you can actually fall back to the previous versions in case if you face any minor issues. Most of us actually not considering about the disasters. So you see the disasters happening around the world. So again, you should have a proper disaster recovery plan. So which will be given by a sophisticated backup software. There are the manual process of whatever you do to save your data is not going to save you from the huge disasters. So again, as I told you, 1 out of 3 companies having a sophisticated backup software. So when we talk about businesses, there are a million businesses running around the world, and you see, 1 out of those 3 businesses is having a DR plan. But how often they are testing their DR plan? It's not just backing up the data. See, you have a backup software, and you just back up the data and dump it on a storage. It may be disk or tape. But at the end of the day, when you're trying to recover a data, if it is corrupted, That's all. So it's actually equal to not having a backup software. So that's why. So how often do you test your data which is in the storage location? So it's again there is a surprise. So only 5% of the businesses are actually doing this every month. So which means they know whatever data they have in their storage location is recoverable or not. And surprisingly, there are 4% of the companies which is not at all doing the disaster recovery plan. It seems they believe their backup vendor, but I'm not sure, because there are a lot of reasons which may corrupt, or there are a lot of reasons which may affect the data which is stored on the disk, even the backed up data. So you don't trust anyone because it's your data and it's your business. So the next thing you see, okay, what happens if I lose the data? What happens after disaster recovery? Again, there is a stat which says 60% of the companies lose their data. It's actually shutting down their business, okay, because they will be in trouble for a few months after the disaster, and they try to recover the data and try to rebuild their business, but they are failing. I mean, 60% of the companies are failing. You see, still there are companies who may have a backup software, but still they are failing, okay, because it is not that much a kind of a software which is fully automated and having a complete set of features which will safeguard them after the disaster. And again, say those companies which are actually surviving after the disaster is again losing dollars, money, okay. So it may be vary from $50,000 to 5 million. So it's about the business. So how huge you are, so you lost huge money. How small you are, still you lost money. So it's again end up into the revenue loss. So you have to catch up those things. So again, say you see these stats, and again so when we think about the backup solutions, we said that say I never end up into a disaster. So yes, I see there are a lot of customers. When I talk to them, I actually met a lot of people around the world. What they say is, see, we never met a disaster. We never actually need of doing a disaster recovery. So why should we have to invest money in a backup software? Okay, so that's why I thought of bring you the reasons what they tell us. Okay, so you see, again, there is an interesting stat which is actually explaining about these things. Okay, you see, only 3% of the data loss is actually occurs due to natural disasters. Yeah, you see, we are not actually facing the flood or fire or everything in everyday's life. Okay, it's actually happening to the employees. Okay, because we are also an employee of a company. Yes, we do mistakes. We do delete some data. We do say, since it's a virtualized data centers right now, there is a possibility of deleting a virtual machine which is a production. So there may be a chance, you know. Yeah, there are IT admins having a lot of activities. What they might have a lot of test machines. Instead of deleting a test machine, they may delete a production machine. So the errors happening through because of the employees. Okay, that is the reason why most of the time a company is losing data. So yes, there is a natural disaster, huge disasters. There is minor mistakes. Okay, again, which will end up into the data loss. Again, it's actually directly proportional to the business loss. So yeah, the next thing, attacks, malware attacks. You know, it's happening. It's happening all around the world. No matter how secure you are, no matter the antivirus which you are using, still you are the victim of a malware attack. So you should have a proper DR plan in order to safeguard from those malware attacks. Yes, so we cannot avoid, because there are millions of ways where they just get into a company and they just encrypt every data, then they are doing the ransom. So you should have to make sure that you have copies available across the world, so across your data centers or in any cloud, so that you no need to pay the ransom. And again, end of the day, what happens? Though you pay the ransom, you will not able to get the data. So that's what's happening. So it's actually help you to avoid spending huge money on these ransoms, and then again you worry about the data. Okay, so we saw some stats, and okay, then you are actually in the session which is going to explain about the backup software. It's especially Vembu BDR suite. So why Vembu BDR suite? There are some other 10, 20 vendors offering backup solutions. So why Vembu BDR suite? So yeah, you see, Vembu is a company which is offering this backup solution over a decade. So we have the experience, and again, say we are offering backup solution for almost all the platform. Like it may be a virtualized data center, or it may be a physical data center, or it may be a hybrid data center. So you have the VMs running on VMware, Hyper-V, or other hypervisors, or you have these Windows servers, workstations, Linux machines, or Mac running on the physical, or you have some VMs or machines running on Amazon Web Services or Azure, or even in other hypervisors. So we still offer a backup solution. So you still back up all your virtual machines, physical machines. So again, say we offer two types of backup solutions. One, you back up your entire machine, so which is like image level backup, and you back up some specific files and folders. It's a legacy backup. So you have options. So either you choose this or this. So it's about your business. It's about your DR plan, disaster recovery plan. So yeah, in case if you confused and if you don't know what you would like to pick, you just talk to our engineers, sales engineers. So they will help you out. Say you just explain about your data center. They will tell you. So these are all the good things. So if you do these things, you have a primary data, so which will help you to instantly recover during any minor disasters or issues, whatever happens, and you replicate additional copy to your offsite location if you have, or you can actually replicate additional copy to public cloud, so that you have another copy, so you can use that copy during these type of natural or huge disasters or malware attacks. So yeah, our team will help you in case if you have any questions. And yeah, this is our product portfolio. So it's kind of an introduction. So again, say since you are here for the free version, I'm gonna talk about it in few minutes. So before that, I just thought of giving you an overview about the software. So as I told you, though it is a one single software Vembu BDR suite which has multiple products, which is like a VM backup for VMware Hyper-V and image backup for Windows servers, desktops. It's kind of an entire machine level backup. So you back up entire machine, which includes the operating system, applications, and the data. And it has application level consistency, and again it has this changed block tracking. So whatever happens after the full backup, only the modified blocks will be backed up. And network backup is a legacy backup solution which will help you to back up the selected files and folders from any machine. It may be Windows, or it may be Linux, or it may be a Mac machine. So Linux distros, so we support Red Hat, Debian, so CentOS, Ubuntu, all those distros we support. And also you can back up the applications alone. So if you would like to back up some Exchange, SQL databases separately, you can back up them. And or if you would like to back up Outlook in your office or for all your employees, so you can just back up the Outlook from their laptop. So yeah, again, the online backup is the cloud version of network backup, so which will help you to back up the data to Vembu cloud rather than keeping the copy at your data center. So SaaS backup will help you to back up the SaaS applications like Office 365 and Google Apps. Yep. So there are other add-on products available. So you keep a copy at your data center and replicate additional copy to offsite location or public cloud, or you have a distributed data centers where you have these backup servers deployed in multiple offices, and you want to monitor all those activities from one single console. We are giving a cloud console, which is BDR 360. So these things will help you to monitor and manage all your licenses and the backup, monitor the backup activities. So everything under one console. So yeah, these are all the options available. I mean, these are all the products available under Vembu BDR suite. Again, say why we have different products. It's not mean that you need to have multiple consoles in order to manage. It's a single console where you can manage all your backup activities. Still, it's kind of you can pick what you need. So that's why we separated all those into multiple products. Okay, so here we come. So how free edition works with Vembu BDR. Okay, so there are many vendors offering free version, Okay, so where they are allowing you to back up to some specific storage. Say you can back up to 1 TB, or you can back up to 500 gigs, or you back up the VMs, which will be always full backup. Okay, so yes, our free version, how it works. So you can back up unlimited virtual machines from VMware ESXi host. So there is no storage restriction, and again there is no VM count restriction. You can back up unlimited virtual machines, unlimited ESXi host or vCenter servers. But you see, we are offering a full feature up to 3 virtual machines, say, which mean you can back up 3 virtual machines. You get all the features. So features, what I'm talking about. You get this changed block tracking incremental. So the incremental will be very quick, and it's fast, and it's kind of, you can set up every 15 minutes incremental backup. So which means every 15 minutes it will actually run incremental backup, and it has this application of consistency. So the applications inside the virtual machine will be a consistent one, and also you can do these log truncations for Exchange and SQL. So there is no feature restriction. So if you are going to use a paid version, whatever features you see, all the features available for the first 3 virtual machines. After that, it will be a limited edition where you cannot see these CBT tracking, like CBT incremental, and rest of them will be, and again the scheduling frequencies will be from daily. So there is a few restrictions, okay, not huge restrictions. Still you can back up 3 virtual machines with all the features. And again, see, there is no storage restriction. You can actually back up to any size. Okay, it may be 1 TB or 10 TB or 100 TB you can back up. So the same applicable for Hyper-V virtual machines. So you can back up 3 Hyper-V virtual machines completely at free of cost, again with all the features. So after that, so if you would like to back up other virtual machines, okay, it will be kind of a limited version. And for the Windows servers and Linux machines, it will be kind of a full backup. So every time when you try to run the backup, so it will back up, and you can do this automatic schedulings. So you can actually set up, you can actually schedule the configuration. So you would like to run the backup job every day at 9 AM. So it will trigger the backup job automatically. At the same time, say if you would like to keep lost 3 recovery points on the storage, so that it will only keep lost 3 recovery points, the rest of the recovery points will be deleted. So all these features will be available. And again, say for workstations, so you can back up all the workstations completely at free of cost. And again, say with all the features, there is no feature restriction at all. So you can back up Windows laptops and desktops and Mac machines completely free of cost. So yeah, you see, you can back up every machine running on your data center completely free of cost without paying any money, and as well as so it's all actually usable free version. So I will show you how it works, and I will show you the real-time console, so that how you can configure the backup, how easy it is actually manageable. So it's kind of a simple architecture diagram which is actually explain you that see the piece of software which will help you to back up the virtual machines as well as the physical machines. So this is a system requirement. So it's kind of the software can be installed on Microsoft Windows, all the supported server operating systems, which is 2008 R2 to 2016, and also the desktop. Yeah, Windows 10 is you can install this on a VM or a physical machine. It's up to you. And also we do support the Ubuntu 12.04 to 16.04. So you can still install the software on any one of this Linux machine, and you can back up all those virtual and physical machines. So we recommend 64-bit. And say you can actually begin with 8 gigs of RAM. Say if you are small, yes, you can actually go with a minimal memory requirement. Say if you want to scale big, so you can actually increase the memory of that particular virtual machine. So yeah, so again, say when we talk about the free version, okay, what are all the major features you are offering? Okay, so you see, though after this 3 virtual machine, it has some limited features, but we are not restricting on the recovery side. Okay, so on the recovery side, you can still instantly boot the virtual machine or physical machine which you are backing up. So which means you back up a VMware VM or Hyper-V VM or a physical Windows servers workstations. You can boot them as a VM on VMware or Hyper-V or KV. I'm saying instant boot. So you can boot them in few minutes. And you can actually restore individual files from the backed up machines. Again, it's instant. Also, you can restore individual application items, Exchange, SQL, SharePoint, AD items instantly, okay, without any time delay at all. So it's kind of so during a disaster, you can just restore them immediately without waiting for a long time. So again, that's why I'm saying, so it's a usable free version. So when we talk about RPO, as I told you, so for those virtual machines, first 3 virtual machines on VMware and Hyper-V, you get all those features. So you run the incremental every 15 minutes and you get this changed block tracking, which will ensure the incremental will be much faster, and yeah, it will occupy very less storage. And this thing, okay, this is what I'm talking about, automatic backup verification. So you are backing up virtual and physical machines, and at the end of the day, say if those data which is stored on the storage is corrupted, what would you do? So we have this automatic backup verification feature, so which will boot all those backed up machine daily, and which will check it is bootable or mountable, and then it will take a screenshot of the boot screen, and it will be reported to you immediately on the console itself. So you can check the reports, image verification report. If you see any one of the backed up VM or physical machine is not bootable, if you see any blue screen or black screen, you can troubleshoot it immediately, so that you can act on it and you can run additional full backup, or you can contact our support to rectify the issues. And storage management, okay, so whatever VM or a physical machine which you are backing up, all the data will be compressed, encrypted and deduped on the storage. So it has inbuilt version control, and it will automatically scale out. So say for example, if you begin with one single storage with 1 TB, so later on if you see it is got filled, you can just have another disk, so you can just add them in a Vembu storage pool. That's all. So which will be kind of a scale up mechanism, so you can just add additional disk whenever you see the primary disk is got filled. So it's very simple, very easy to organize and manage the storage. And again, so you can save up to 50% storage. Say you have a machine with 1 terabyte of data, so end of the day it may consume 400 to 600 gigs based on the data types. So this is another cool feature. So you have this inbuilt migration, though it is a free version. So if you would like to migrate a physical machine into VMware or Hyper-V or KVM, you can instantly migrate. Okay, at the same time, if you would migrate a VM from Hyper-V to VMware, VMware to Hyper-V, or any other hypervisor to these hypervisors, you can still do it. So this is another cool feature which we are offering. So you can migrate, you can do this P2V, V2V and V2P, though yes, you can migrate a virtual machine into physical. So we offer recovery CD. So using Vembu recovery CD and the VHT, you can flash the data into a physical machine. So a VM can be converted into a physical machine. Okay, these are all a few of our customers list. Okay, so say this is a machine where I have this BDR backup server is installed. So as I told you, you just need to download the piece of software. So all you need to do is just go to vembu.com, vembu.com website, and just click on download, and you have the installer. So you can just download this installer and you can install the installer. Okay, so which will install all the prerequisites. So if you would like to start very small, you can just install it on a Windows 10 machine or Ubuntu 16.04. So it may be a VM or physical machine, so it's up to you. And once you install the software, you can access the console through any browser, so any web browser. So it may be inside the machine or it may be outside the machine. So you just use IP address :6060 and enter the credentials. So by default it is admin. So you can change it during the installation or even after the installation. So yeah, you see, it's very simple. It's a self-explained. So it's a web-based console. It's self-explained. You just go to this management, storage management, and you can select the storage repository. If you would like to use a local disk, you can select it, or if you would like to use the network volumes, you can select them based on your requirement. And that's all. So just go to this backup VMware vSphere, and you need to enter the credentials of your ESXi host or vCenter server, and just Once you enter the credentials, you just click on this backup. So again, say for VMware and Hyper-V, it's all agentless. There is no agent at all required to back up the virtual machines. It's all completely agentless. All the VMs will be listed right away. So you select the virtual machines and you can start doing the backup. So as I told you, up to 3 virtual machines, you will get all the features. So I'm showing you the full features. Okay. So this is called application hour consistency. So you can ensure the consistency. So if you have this Exchange, SQL or AD or SharePoint virtual machines, and you can enable this option, and also you can truncate the transaction logs after successful backup. So these options will actually help you to check the consistency of the VSS writer, and if the writer is actually not consistent, it will tell you that the database running inside the virtual machine is actually not consistent, and the backup job will be terminated. So you can actually resolve the issue. You will be notified immediately because you can enable email notification. So whatever actions triggered, it may be backup success or failure, you will be receive a notification. So as I told you, you can run the backup job every 15 minutes. So after the full backup, everything will be only incremental. So for the first 3 virtual machines, you get these options. So if it is machines which you would like to back up after those 3 virtual machines, you will only get this additional full backup, so that every day you can actually run the entire snapshot of the machine, and yeah, you can actually restrict how many snapshots you would like to keep on the storage target. So you have this retention option, so you can enable the retention. You can actually tell Vembu to keep last 1 week of recovery point or 10 days of recovery point up to your requirement. And you can select different storage targets. Say, let us assume that you would like to keep multiple storage targets. So you can actually select different storage targets for different backup jobs or different virtual machines. So that's all. You see, it's very simple. You just selecting the virtual, you just adding the host information or ESX or the vCenter. You select the virtual machines and set up the frequency, and that's all. So you name the job and you can schedule it. You can run it immediately. The same applicable for Hyper-V. So as I told you, it's also this is also agentless backup. You just enter the host information of the Hyper-V server, and then all your virtual machines will be listed right away. And again, every other option are same. There is no difference at all. So you just select the virtual machines, just click next, and you see the same options. Okay, there is no difference at all. So after the full backup, everything will be changed to block tracking. So only CBT incremental. So yeah, so there is no change at all. So you just do the job, and yeah, Hyper-V backup. That's all. So you see, it's very simple. And again, I say the data. So if you have 100 Mbps connection or 1 Gbps connection, so if you have 1 Gbps connection, 100 GB VM will be backed up in less than 30 minutes. Okay, I'm talking about the full backup. So there is a performance. So we actually compared ourselves with all the competitors like Veeam or Veeam, Veritas, Acronis, anyone. So we are actually performing better because we have our own file system for the storage. So you can actually try it by yourself, and yeah, you will believe it. So the next thing is for Windows servers. Okay. So it's again very simple. Okay, so you see, just you enter the credentials of the Windows servers, and what we will do is we will set a build to the Windows server, and we will install it. Okay, so once the machine is installed, you just click on this backup button. So all the volumes running inside those physical machine will be listed right away. So you select all the machine, you just select just go next. Okay, so every other option are same as I told you, so there is no difference at all. So you see, it's very simple. So it's a physical machine, VM or a Hyper-V VM or VMware VM. You do the backup job, everything from single console. And if it is a Linux machine, Mac machine, so you need to download the agent from this download location, and you can install those agents inside those machines. You see different agent for Debian, Red Hat, and Mac. Install the agent, and you can use that particular agent to the configurations. Okay, it's kind of a one-time configuration. So you do the one-time backup job configuration, then you manage all the recovery activities from the single console. So it's very simple. So it's very simple to back up all this virtual machine. And recovery, it's again very simple. So you just click on this recovery button. Okay, I'll show you. So this is a VMware virtual machine, and this is a Hyper-V virtual machine. It's a physical machine, and it's a file level backup. So you see the recovery options available right away. So you just click on recovery, you see multiple recovery options. So the first thing is quick VM recovery, so which will restore the backed up virtual machine instantly. So again, as I told you, this is a VMware backup. So the VM from VMware, and I can instantly boot them on either VMware or Hyper-V. So I select the recovery point which I would like to restore. I select the virtual machine. Here I have the option. So either I would like to do instantly boot them on VMware or Hyper-V. So I just select Hyper-V right now. So just click on restore and click OK. So I have a Hyper-V host running on this machine. You see there is a VM created right in front of you. You can check the date and time when the VM created. It's 21st of September and 10:01 PM. So this is the time of my machine. So yeah, you see it is started automatically, and you see the login screen. So it started booting up. That's all. So you see how fast it is actually booted. So as I told you, you can instantly boot them immediately without waiting. So if anything happens to those VMs, you can just instantly boot them. VMs or physical machine, whatever it is. So okay, apart from that, what are all other options we do have? So apart from those instant recoveries, what else we do have? So we have multiple options. Okay, so if you would like to restore individual files without instantly booting the machine or without restoring the entire machine, so you can restore the files instantly. Just select the recovery point, and you see it's a simple explorer from the web UI. So you can just explore the virtual machine, and you select the volume, you just explore the volume. That's all. You select the folder or you select the files, whichever you would like to restore. So individual file, you can restore them immediately. So it's that simple. So at the same time, if you would like to restore the individual application items, say for example you are having a Exchange virtual machine running and you thought of restoring one individual Exchange email. Okay, so it's again very simple. So let me show you right away. So you select this restore option and you select this disk management mount, and you just click next. Okay, so backup is in the recovery mode. Okay, so which will again, this is the beauty of our software. So if you are actually in the recovery mode, it will actually tell you that you have to initially come out of from the recovery mode to do other activities. So you cannot do any activity when the backup job is in the recovery mode. So yeah, that's all. So you are actually releasing that particular virtual machine recovery mode, so that the backup job will be continued, or you can do any other activities. Just click on restore and just select the disk management mount. It's actually wizard based console, so which will tell you, say if you do any mistake, it will actually alert you. So you need to select these options, so it will tell you. So select the volume where you have this EDB file and just click on restore, and go to the folder. You see there are a few volumes created right now. Okay, which mean this is actually created right by reading the data which is compressed and deduplicated on the storage, and you can read the data whatever available inside those volume. So you just read the data right away. So if you have the EDB file available in those folder, just use a Vembu universal recovery tool, and again it's free. You don't need to pay anything. You just select Microsoft Exchange. So if you would like to restore any item from SQL or SharePoint, you select the respective options, select Exchange right now, and just click on it will actually launch the application. So you have this EDB file available right now on your backup server machine. You select the EDB file, and that's all. So which will load all the mailboxes. So you can restore entire mailbox. You can export them into a PST file, then later you can import it right away on Outlook or the Exchange server, or you can read individual email right away. Or if you would like to send this email to your I mean, say if it is only one email or a couple of emails which you would like to forward it to the user, you don't need to convert them into PST and then upload them into the user. You can just add your SMTP settings here, and you can have an option to forward the emails right from this console. You will be seeing the forwarding option right from this console. So you can forward email few emails from this console itself, or you can download them into PST, or if you would like to restore to any target Exchange server, you can still restore it. So yeah, it's very simple. So you can restore, you can instantly boot the entire VM, or you can permanently restore the entire physical machine or virtual machine. You can restore individual files. You can restore individual application items from Exchange, SQL, SharePoint, and Active Directory. So you see the free version, which is actually doing the lot more than other free versions available right now in the market. So that's what we are explaining to our customers. So it may be any environment, it may be virtual machines or physical machines. If you're not having any backup software to protect your data available right now, you just download the Vembu BDR suite from Vembu.com. and you install it, and you can have the full feature trial available for 30 days, initial 30 days, and you can do all those backups of your machine. And in case if you don't want to purchase, you can just leave it right away. It will be converted into free version, so you don't need to worry about it. It will be automatically converted into free version. And if you thought of going with the paid version, you can just contact our support sales team, and they will help you to purchase the software. Then you can, again, the same backup server will be converted into paid version. So it's very simple. So this is our contact number, US and Canada and the United Kingdom. So if you would like to have any if you have any technical questions, you can reach our support at Vembu-support@Vembu.com. Or if you have any sales queries, you can reach our sales team at Vembu-sales@Vembu.com. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed the session, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask your questions in the box. Okay, our team is actually busy with answering a lot of questions, so if they have time, they will respond to you, or you will be getting the answers from our support. And again, say at any time, if you would like to talk to anyone, you can just dial these numbers. So you have these numbers on our website as well. And thanks again for joining the session, and thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye bye.